Hey, thanks for listening. It's Rock 100.5. Jason Bailey, Southside Steve, Interact, Tim Andrews.
Boing.
There's Brandy and our digi-dude there, Nate, in studio from the extremely popular television show Battlestar Galactica. It is one Aaron Douglas. Aaron, how are you, sir?
It's really early for me because I'm on West Coast time, but I will figure my fracking stuff out.
Yeah, what is this stuff? You and Tim have been talking this weird language since you rolled in here, and it's like you guys only know what it is, and Steve and I are left out in the cold.
Yeah, I feel like I've been abused.
We do it on purpose. You know what? At least we're not Backstreet Boys fans, okay? You know what? You know,
is it going to start like this?
We're leprechauns with dog balls is what we are over here. So if you don't understand what we're talking about, then frank you, sir.
He didn't think you needed to know the Nick Carter thing so quickly.
But he doesn't know that I started my career at the radio station that launched all those boy bands.
Not an excuse.
But then it was worse when I said I knew Nick Carter from wanting to land on the moon, and you're like, no, that's Lance Bass.
Yeah. He took it to a new level.
Yeah.
He took his fandom and his boyness to a whole new level.
How do you explain that one, Bailey?
Boy, huh?
Yeah. Same station. Another band that we launched.
Okay.
You know what we should call the show? Southside Steve and the Gay Nerd.
Yeah.
Gay here, nerd there.
Done.
What?
Done.
Oh, wow.
And what does that make you? You are the meat in the gay nerd sandwich. That is the most terrifying. You're the long-haired man bun nerd.
That's me.
Sandwich of bread, meat.
Bailey, I don't think you're gay. I just think you worked in Top 40 too long.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Steve's the Baltar of our show.
Let's, okay, hold on. Stop.
I don't even know what that is.
Just stop for a second.
All right.
What the hell's a ball?
Okay, you guys are not going to be doing this Battlestar Galactica
I'm done.
language unless you can explain it to the rest of us because you're alienating.
Oh, they're humans. They're not aliens.
Call it balls tar. He's the balls tar of the
Dude, I'm trying to back you on this. I really am, Bailey.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't even believe that Aaron buys into the nerddom of the DragonCon and the Battlestar Galactica. I think you do it as a gig, but I don't think that's your character. I mean, that's not who you are, right? You didn't grow up, and the word nerd is it's not a derogatory word. It's not a bad word. It's just I don't think you grew up as like a big sci-fi guy, did you? Or have you always been like this? You strike me as the jock, tough guy.
This. I like the this. You almost put air quotes.
You're wearing Iron Maiden shoes. That's awesome.
God, Lance Bass and Nick Carter, and now you're getting Iron Maiden shoes. Yeah, no, I'm rocking my Peace of Mind shoes.
Yeah, those are cool.
I grew up playing hockey. I played football, and I liked TV when I was a kid, as we all do. Will Wheaton is king of the geeks.
Sure.
I'm king of the pub geeks. Mm-hmm. So
pub geek,
yeah.
Beer drinking nerds.
Beer drinking motherfracking nerds. So we're geeks. We're geeks. We're like, I like this stuff. I grew up watching it. I loved it. You know, who didn't like Star Wars when they were a kid?
Loved it. That's different.
Yeah,
no,
but that's what it is, right? I mean, these people come to these conventions and they dress up and they do things, and everybody goes, but people paint their faces and go watch NASCAR, and nobody makes fun. Well, we do make fun of them, but you know, people
football games,
football games. People dress up and do all that kind of stuff. So it's the same kind of thing. It's just a different world. These people don't have as much sex. As the
but
people
talk
that
about
go to
the person
football games.
that say 40, 45 or something like that. That I grew up watching Space 1999. I didn't like the chick with the eyebrows with the weird circles. That was gross to me. But I liked Star Wars and Star Trek. But then Battlestar Galactica. But then that was with Lauren Green. But then there's this new Battlestar Galactica that Tim is totally on board with that I think you and I missed, Bailey.
Totally missed.
You? How? Why?
We don't have cable.
Well, you're listening to too much New Kids on the Block or whatever the hell that was. Battlestar Galactica, the new Battlestar Galactica was, it changed television. It really did. It got the genre out of the closet. That's a weird thing to say, but yeah, it got out of the sort of the closet of this is a really weird thing that nobody watches into the mainstream of acceptable and likable. It was a great show about characters and humans and how people react to really difficult situations. And if you haven't seen, like, I've done a lot of shows. I think I'm pushing 100 credits on my IMDb, but if somebody says, what should I watch? Just watch Battlestar Galactica. We don't have creatures. We don't have funny looking things.
You have Cylons?
We have. So I am a Cylon, buddy. Oh, I just blew the show. Okay,
don't spoiler
for
alert.
everybody that was going to tune into Battlestar Galactica or start watching it.
Is that like a big thing you should have said?
Oh, absolutely.
He was a big turn in that show.
I just ruined everybody's day.
What the hell's a Cylon?
Yeah, you remember the silver
that's
guys.
the stuff that you get energy that they have out in Idaho.
No, it's the silver dudes
Those are
with the red
potatoes.
light.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I so know what that is.
Yeah,
You remember the Cylon?
Yeah, you look like the front of Kit from Knight Rider.
But in our show, the Cylons, there is a group of Cylons that look like humans. They look like us. Us? Well, okay, they look like me. Yeah,
There are 12.
previously.
All right, what are you talking about, Tim? What is it?
It's like nerd porn.
All right, there are. When the show starts in the first season, you see the Cylons invading Caprica and all the other colonies. So what happens is they finally discovered that the Cylons, the robot Cylons, went out on their own and developed Cylons that look like humans. So the Cylon humans infiltrate Earth,
Kind of like Terminator.
take down the defenses and Earth, whatever, Caprica, and
Work with me, Aaron.
and then
Me too, please.
Work with us.
And so
Sorry.
once all the colonies are destroyed, there's this ragtag fugitive fleet, which is a quote from the original show. They fly away, trying to escape. Chief is the head of the maintenance on the Battlestar Galactica, right?
Yeah, the Battlestar Galactica is essentially an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, in space.
And the chief is the chief petty officer. He's in charge of making the ships fly and banging some pilots.
Yeah.
Oh, you have sex with people.
Oh, a lot of
And
them.
do I ever?
Oh, no, that's
Buddy.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, we Google some of the people that he gets to have
Do
sex
you watch
with.
Hawaii
Change your
Five-0?
life.
Do you watch the new Hawaii Five-0?
Yes, I've seen a few.
Grace
but
Park, the
Grace
Asian
Park.
girl on that show.
Yeah, not Asian fella.
I said Asian girl.
Oh, I thought you said
I know she's
Asian
not a fella.
Aaron, what do I Google? Aaron Douglas sex?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a whole different level of pictures.
I was
So
going to say,
yeah,
I should be
something else.
careful.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh boy, you've never lived in Tennessee, have you?
No.
Okay.
I've been to Tennessee. I have friends
Don't
from
Google that,
Tennessee.
by the way.
Really?
Yeah, you're
You
on
know
some
what?
list.
That should be the next. That should be the next Google thing. The leprechauns and the dog balls.
Wow.
Tell me about this list. I can't see your computer.
Well, it's just in Tennessee, you're registered. Not you, but Aaron Douglas.
Oh my! Look at that guy.
You're registered as a sex
That
offender.
guy. That is
And you
the
live-
John Daly of Tennessee sex right there.
Oh, boy.
That
you
man
live
is
right there.
Ooh, he is a grit grinder.
Hold
Look
on,
at him.
I want to mention this. I want to mention this before it gets overlooked because I know Tim wants to mark out a little bit. We need to talk about DragonCon, but this is something cool that you do, and this is tailor made to you because you do it for charity, and this is this pub crawl.
Yeah.
And you're going to stop one, and now this is not today. This is tonight. This is
Yeah, it is
tonight.
today.
Today from 3 to 5, you're going to be at the Braves All-Star Grill. That's stop one, and then you're going to Tin Lizzie's on Peachtree. That's from 5:30 to 8, and then Gibney's Pub from 8:30 to 11. And you do this for charity, and you do this for the Lymphoma Research Foundation. Why?
I do this. I work with charities as much as I possibly can. The great thing about going to these cons and dealing with sci-fi fans is they are the most charitable people on the planet. If they like what you're all about and they like your charity, they will come out and they will donate like motherfuckers. I'm king of the pub geeks. I'd love to have a beer. A nice hoppy IPA is my favorite thing. So I gather up a whole bunch of memorabilia from my basement. I got some signed scripts. I got some chairbacks. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And we wander from pub to pub to pub. We have pints and we just tell stories, talk about the show, and I do like those little 50-50 tickets.
Yeah.
And people buy 50-50, and then at the end of the day, we, oh man, you're looking at that pedophile guy, aren't you?
Dude, I'm enjoying Aaron. Dude, you were fantastic. I forgot you were, I remember you in Walking Tall, but you were an iRobot, whatever it is.
Robot, I'll help you out with the
Robot
big
with Will
words.
That was
Smith.
the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Catwoman. God, what a career. Sorry.
Relax.
Pull away the IMDb.
Do you want
Train
people
derailed.
to go on the Twitter at the Aaron Douglas
Yeah, at the Aaron Douglas.
and hashtag it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hashtag is Find Chief Ep2 because I did this a couple of weeks ago in Seattle. Raised money for my local charities, the charities I work with at home. Because I'm from Canada, we have Canadian Cancer Society, and I work with Canuck Place, which is a children's hospital similar to what you guys have, Ronald McDonald House, where they have.
And we have the children's hospital right on the street. We're actually working with them doing stuff right now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm raising money. It just kicked off. We're doing the Miracle Network. It's for until September 27th. I've already met my goal and people donating money to the children's hospital,
badass.
which means I still need more. I want to really kill
That's
it.
so great.
Why did you originally do the pub crawl? I always find it interesting, and I think that's very cool when you're a celebrity and you're on a show like Battlestar Galactica, when you know that you have such a cult-like fan base, people like Tim Andrews, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are diehard fans of the show and you, and especially from before, an older generation maybe pass it down to a younger generation, and you take that celebrity and you use it for good, but there had to have been a catalyst to come up with this idea, right?
Yeah.
Other than you being an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, there is.
And on this list up here in New Orleans.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It shaved my head, and hey, there's a picture of all this stuff. That's cool. Yeah, well, a couple weeks ago, there was a convention going off in Seattle called GalactiCon 4, and those guys could not be more shystery and terrible to the fans. And they were going to bring the entire cast of the new show down, and at the very last minute, literally a couple days before, they started canceling us because they didn't meet the money. They didn't think they were selling enough tickets, and they weren't going to make enough money, so they just started canceling us. They were dicks, like massive, huge dicks. I was doing a movie out east, and I was flying back just for the weekend anyways, and I was just annoyed at this point, and all these fans were blowing up Twitter and Facebook, and they were just so pissed off. So I said, you know what, why don't I was supposed to go to Seattle anyway, so how about I go to Seattle? How about we just do a pub crawl? I'm going to wander around the town.
That's so cool.
Come down. I'm going to bring a bunch of memorabilia. I'll bring a bunch of my pictures. But instead of charging for it, I'm just going to go like donation. You guys make a donation, and I will do it. So went down. Literally, it was planned the day before. I drove down on Thursday night. I flew in, drove down Thursday night. Got up in the morning and hit our first pub at, I think it was like 11 a.m. and which is awesome.
Come on.
And yeah, we went through 4 different pubs. We went to the wee hours of the morning, but I did the raffle till about 5 o'clock. So in that 5-6 hours, we raised almost $4,000.
Great. Good for you.
Super impromptu.
And your fans got to see you because the show was canceled.
Yeah.
So, and you turned a bad thing into a good thing, and now it's going to continue to go. And this is like really is the only second one down. All right, let me take a quick one. Come back. Talk more about DragonCon. Tim, you can mark out a little bit more. I just need to get all the information out. I'm not ignoring you.
And I can hear more about iRobot. Just saying.
I want to know.
I like it when he's in some of the films I've seen. I'm trying. You saw iRobot.
I did, but I have no desire to talk to him about it. I don't even think he remembers
Have you
what
seen the new Battlestar Galactica?
I know, but I know Tim has, and that's
all right.
Interests me.
Okay.
What interests me is some of the interviews that I saw, and you have a fan website. You don't realize, like,
he's huge.
The fan base for Battlestar Galactica is huge, and some of these interviews I listened to that you did, I did a little research, obviously. Some of the questions.
And Will Smith must like you a lot because you're in all his movies.
I am. I'm in every single one of them.
Yeah, and The Rock likes you. A lot of good-looking black men like you.
I love The Rock.
All right, more with Aaron Douglas here next. DragonCon all weekend long here in town. Hang on, it's Rock 100.5. DragonCon all weekend long. We had a busy Labor Day weekend starting today here in Atlanta. Tonight, the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, is in town. We also have the Falcons, their last preseason game at the Dome. Ravens will be here for that. Home opener for Georgia Tech. They welcome Alcorn State. So you got that going on just tonight. And then starting tomorrow, you got DragonCon, which is going to bring in 60,000 plus people. Aaron Douglas, our guest in studio, Battlestar Galactica. That's the TV show on Sci-Fi that he's on. He does the pub crawl starting tonight. 3 different stops. You got the Braves All-Star Grill from 3 to 5. That's on Peachtree. Then go down to Tin Lizzie's on Peachtree, and then Gibney's Pub also on Peachtree. So this is going from 3 to 11, which is cool. He does this with his fans. And if you go to his Twitter at the Aaron Douglas, 2 ways, and you do the hashtag FindChiefEp2.
FindChiefEp2.
And you can follow along, and it's all for the Lymphoma Research Foundation. So, I feel
it's a long time to pub crawl, bro. 11 to 3? No, 3 to 11?
It's 3. It should read 3 to ...
Yeah.
That's selling out, man. That's awesome. I mean, you do that for your fans.
Buddy, I'm Canadian. I mean, we're professional drinkers.
Do you get blitzed?
Yeah, Me?
Do you have a drink intolerance? I mean, seriously, how many can you drink?
Oh, John Daly couldn't keep up with me.
All right, that's 14 beer, dude, in one sitting.
Yeah, but he drinks Miller Lights. Come on.
Oh, are you worried that you're going to get too drunk and say something about the show to one of the fans that you shouldn't say?
Give something away?
No, the show's been off the air for like 6 years, so if you haven't seen it by now, screw you and spoilers.
Well,
You're done.
Tim got upset about spoiling something about cyclones, right?
Cylons.
Whatever.
I'm surprised.
Even I knew that.
Tim, did we screw something up?
No, you didn't screw it up.
What?
I mean, you didn't reveal who all of them were. There's 5 Cylons that you don't know.
Hold on, Steve. This is what I want Tim to do. This needs to be Tim Andrews' moment.
I'm not sure he can with this massive erection that he's sporting right now, but go ahead.
I mean, your eyes about to be. Thank God you got glasses on, Aaron.
Should we bring up that Tim brought a shirt to change into to take a picture with this guy?
Did you really? Did he really?
Yeah, he changed shirts. And he came and he got his picture.
Did you really, Tim?
Yeah, he changed shirts.
I wore this shirt to work today.
I don't know. That's a change.
Are you trying to push me over here?
Here, give Tim his moment.
It wasn't the shirt so much as the thong that I did.
I had to go change my underpants.
Okay, yeah.
Rapid questions. I need you to geek out because I know you want to.
Okay.
Feel free. The Aaron Douglas is sitting right next to you.
Yes, sir.
Battlestar Galactica.
Mr. Cylon.
Even though Steve wants to talk to him about iRobot.
Which is a fantastic movie.
DragonCon this weekend. This is your opportunity. Feel free. Go at it. Have yourself a geek orgy.
Aaron, I really loved you. You were throughout the entire show. You're a very important character for this. Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't remember.
Okay, now, what would George Bush ask me?
Okay, that's even better. All right, season 3, when they were deciding who the Cylons were going to be, I was really shocked because they were playing a real good song by Bob Dylan. It's called, what's it called? It's Knocking on Heaven's Door or something like that, and which I don't know why they had it in space because this takes place before Earth. All of them kind of gather in the hangar, and then and they kind of gather in the hangar, and it's a chief here, and you got that Indian girl Tori. She was pretty. She had nice boobs. And then you got another guy there.
What's the question, Mr. President?
I'm getting there. Easy stretch. Take it easy over there. I'm the decider. I decided I'm going to ask this question.
I like the way you run your airport.
When did they pick who was going to be the Cylons from the crew?
They all went. From what I understand, the writers went to Vegas between season 2 and 3, and put all our pictures up at the board. Got impossibly hammered, and then just started ripping them down. And we were the 5 that were left.
President Obama here. I got a question for you.
Obama, you're a fan of sci-fi?
Huge fan. Michelle.
Sci-fi lives matter.
Sir, sorry.
Michelle would let me watch it.
Lives matter.
Cylon lives matter. Hashtag Cylon lives matter. Everybody, we were letting all the Cylons in south of the border. Don't build that wall, Donald Trump.
What the Canada either, Mr. President. Please don't build a wall over Canada.
If we build a wall over Canada, we wouldn't get Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Or Aaron Douglas.
Keeping you all out. That's really the thing.
My question is, what the hell was Starbucks?
Oh my God!
It's a coffee shop. I know that.
I have no idea what Starbucks was. Yeah, Starbucks is. I don't know what. I don't know what they were going with there. She just suddenly she was there, and then she suddenly wasn't.
One last question. In the original series, Cylons were reptilian, and there were 2 or 3 of the original reptilian Cylons who were on the ships. Hey, it's Dr. Phil here. Now, do you think that Jamie Bamber's character of Apollo could have resolved his relationship problems with, heck, I don't know. I mean, he had problems with Starbucks. She slept with his brother, and then he died, and then Zach is killed, and Zach was played by Rick Springfield in the original series. I just don't.
I haven't heard Aaron answer any of these questions, by the way.
I just can't. I didn't realize that Dr. Phil was so effeminate, and it's so appropriate that
sounds like the
Dr.
chick from CNN.
Phil is asking the effeminate Jamie Bamber a question.
His abs are so gorgeous.
Yeah, well, he thinks so too. I have no idea what the hell you just asked me.
One last question. Is there going to be a Battlestar Galactica the returned crossover?
Yes, and it's happening today at these various pubs during Find a Chief.
Oh, the All-Star Grill, Tin Lizzie's,
Yeah.
and Gibney's Pub.
Now, did the Cylon goop that you put into Battlestar Galactica in the last season help it last a little bit longer? And if so, why did you crash it into the Cylon base camp?
We crashed it into the sun, actually, and that was sort of like the anti-Viagra.
Yeah.
Is what they were looking for. Yeah.
I have one question. In the original Battlestar Galactica with Lauren Green,
He wasn't in that.
From Bonanza. I know you weren't in that, but they were trying to. They were trying. You could be Little Joe, Little Joe on a diet. And I said that with love. But no, they were looking for a planet. They were looking for a new place. And
yeah, they were looking for Earth.
In your Battlestar Galactica, do you find that location?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Not to put
twice.
Does this ever bother you?
No, I love this stuff.
I mean, do you mind? There are a lot of people that are on television shows that don't want to talk about the television show all the time. They blow it off.
A lot of people are assholes, though. So Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. Can I say that?
This isn't Canada, buddy.
Okay, sorry.
Can we say that? I don't think we can say the whole word, can we?
That's fine. Just don't worry about it. Just
a lot of
continue.
people are
Don't say it again. I won't. I mean, do you mind when people just, because I went to you have a fan website.
Yeah.
And I looked at the list of questions and, it's like, hi, I'm Wade from Geek Spot. And how is the transition from Falling Skies to Battlestar Galactica? And it was like, oh my God. I mean, this guy was about to knock you over with his Woodrow Wilson. I mean, these people are just so hopped up on this stuff.
But that's exciting, isn't it?
It's great.
And you don't mind it at all.
No, you go to
you
go to these conventions and you're like a demigod for a weekend. You don't have to buy a beer and everybody treats you like you're gold. And
better than doing Hollywood stuff. Like all the movies you've done.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
This is, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't keep going to these cons if I wasn't having fun.
They get bigger and bigger. 65,000 people.
Oh, and 65 is probably the badge count. There are so many people that show up to these things that just show up to DragonCon that don't even have a badge.
Yeah.
Like DragonCon, I think the unofficial, and I could be wrong, but I think personally the unofficial number is more like 100. It's insane.
It is. And when you go down the streets, it's really cool. Everybody's all dressed up.
Best people watching on Earth.
I'm dressing up like Aaron Douglas when I go this weekend.
Yeah, so a fat guy, you're dressing up like a fat guy.
He wants to dress up like Star Wars. This guy wears Star Wars shirts, so he's down with Star Wars. Bailey is.
Then you would like Battlestar Galactica. Genuinely, you would genuinely like the show.
I don't dislike it. I just don't watch it.
You just never tried it.
Yeah, I just never tried it.
Watch the miniseries that kicked it off. The 4-hour miniseries. You'll get hooked.
Once you go
watch it, if you don't like the miniseries, then you turn it off and say, "I give it a shot."
Let's watch it.
Once you go BG, you never go back.
Steve, you'd love it. It's all sorts of jock stuff in it.
No, I would like that. I like you a lot. I just followed you.
Oh,
I'm one of the 20,000.
Come on,
or 200,000.
All right, look, we got to end our time here, but
my pants just got tighter.
DragonCon is this weekend, but today's the pub crawl with Aaron Douglas here.
Come find Chief.
Yeah, hashtag FindChiefEp2. Follow him on the Twitter there. Get all the information at the Aaron Douglas, Battlestar Galactica. The pub crawl starts at 3 o'clock today at the Braves All-Star Grill in Peachtree.
Awesome.
Then Tin Lizzie's Cantina, then Gibney's Pub. It's going to be a blast. I really enjoyed you coming in.
You're
Thank
a great
you.
dude, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
I like the Iron Maiden shoes.
Thank you very much.
And the Anthrax shirt.
Now, don't blow off me and my kid when we see you this weekend at DragonCon.
No, I would never do that.
And don't charge us $50 for a picture.
I would never do that.
And let Tim Andrews have drinks with you.
Because if you do, I'm going to tweet out that's really you on that sex offenders list.
I promise I'll be quiet. I'll just do George Bush.
Let's do a second round of news dues here. What do you got there, Brandy?
We got a pair of tickets to see the Braves take on the New York Mets Saturday, September 12th at Turner Field, and lots of delicious breakfast from McDonald's. I'm loving it.
All right. Need some players. Start lining up. 3 top stories from today, round number 2 here. A news dues, 404-741-ROCK. That's 404-741-7625. We'll do that here in about a minute or two. It's Rock 100.